Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make my delicious lasagna roll-ups. This is such an easy recipe to make. You and your family are going to love it. They're fun to make, they're fun to eat, and they're perfect for the holiday season. First, I'm going to show you how to make the meat sauce for the lasagna roll-ups. You're going to need ground turkey, Italian sausage, Better Than Bouillon Italian herb seasoning, Rayo's homemade marinara sauce, fresh garlic, and onion. First, let's start by dicing up the onion, and you also want to mince the garlic. We're going to set this aside. We're going to remove the sausage casing before cooking the meat, and if you prefer not to do this, then I do recommend you purchase ground Italian sausage instead of the sausage links. So now let's go ahead and cook the meat. So you're going to drop in 2 tablespoons of oil on medium-high heat. Drop in a ½ pound of ground turkey and a ½ pound of Italian sausage. Use a spatula, break it up until it's very crumbly and cooked all the way through. Okay, then toss in your diced onion and 2 teaspoons of Better Than Bouillon Italian herb seasoning. So now we're going to mix everything together. You can drop that heat down a bit to medium. We're just going to cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes or until the onions are translucent. Then we're going to drop in our minced garlic, and we just want to let this cook until the garlic becomes very, very fragrant. And then you're going to add the entire 24-ounce jar of marinara sauce. Okay, now go ahead and drop in 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a ½ teaspoon of black pepper, and a ½ teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon Italian herb seasoning. Mix it all together. Now you can taste your meat sauce, and you can make any adjustments to the seasonings as you desire. Also, if your sauce is very acidic, now would also be a great time to sprinkle a little sugar in just to balance out the acidity. So now we're going to cover this, and we're going to let this simmer on low for 30 minutes. Check out the lasagna noodles that we're going to use. These are regular noodles which require boiling before baking. Add a pot of water to the stove and bring this water to a boil. Drop in some salt, drop in 10 lasagna noodles. So we're going to cook this for 8 minutes. And the noodles should be soft and pliable like this when done. So now drain the lasagna noodles, and we're going to spread them out on top of a wire rack or a plate or just anything that you have. Just lay them out so that they'll dry and cool off while we work on the cheese sauce. Here are the types of cheeses that you'll need, plus the Italian parsley. Give your parsley a really good rinse. You want to pat it dry before chopping. Take a few of the stems. We're going to tear the leaves off, form it into a ball. Then we're just going to chop it up. You'll need to measure out 2 tablespoons of parsley. We're going to set this aside. So if your ricotta cheese has a lot of water in it, which it probably will, just go ahead and drain the water from the ricotta cheese. Add 8 ounces of that ricotta cheese to a bowl, 2½ ounces of Boursin cheese, 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, grate 1 to 2 ounces of fresh Parmesan cheese, drop in a ½ teaspoon of Better Than Bouillon Italian herb seasoning, and a ¼ teaspoon of black pepper. And now mix it all together, taste, and make adjustments if you like. Okay, so that's very simple. This is going to be very, very delicious. You're going to be amazed at how good this cheese mixture will taste. So now let's assemble the lasagna rolls. This is the fun part, okay? We're going to spread some meat sauce in the bottom of the casserole dish, and this is going to prevent that lasagna from burning, sticking to the bottom, and drying out. We do not want that. Okay, on top of each lasagna noodle, you want to spread some of that ricotta cheese mixture on there. Then next you'll spread some meat sauce on there, and then you can sprinkle some grated mozzarella cheese on top. Okay, then we're just going to roll it up, and this might get a little messy, but do not worry about that, y'all. I've made this recipe quite a few times, so let me tell you, the messier the better. Okay, so if you try to be really, really neat with this, and if you don't add a lot of meat sauce, your lasagna roll-ups will probably come out dry. Okay, so if it's a little messy, that is okay. Depending on the size of your casserole dish, you should be able to make about 6 to 10 lasagna roll-ups for this recipe. All right, so once you have all of the rolls in your dish, now you just want to spread some of that meat sauce on top of the rolls. And then you'll need to sprinkle on a good amount of cheese And then we are going to cover with foil. We're going to bake this in a 375-degree oven for 30 minutes. Then after 30 minutes, you need to remove the foil. We're going to increase the oven temp to 425, and we're going to let this finish baking for an additional 10 minutes or until the cheese is nice and golden brown. Okay, and you can serve these immediately. Like, you do not have to let them set as you would with traditional lasagna. You can serve them immediately, y'all, and they're going to be so good. So let me know if you're going to try this recipe, and if you do, please come back and let me know how your food turned out. As always, I really appreciate your support on this channel. Please click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and I hope to catch you in my next one.